This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, right. Last class we were talking about batch apex, schedule apex. The first thing that we are going to see today is that if you remember yesterday we scheduled an apex. Did we? Did we schedule apex yesterday? The first thing is that we are going to go and check whether that schedule apex has worked or not. Right? So I log in with a different user. I say Rupam @of117.com, password CRM12345 hash. Right? So I'm logging into my Salesforce. Right? First of all, let us go and see the status. It is under environment, under jobs, under schedule jobs. Let us see, did we schedule something or not? Right? What was that? New Year wishes, opportunity delete, schedule flow every Sunday. Is this what I did? No. This is from the previous batch. Didn't we schedule anything yesterday? But there is a third one. No,
Initially, we did, sir. Later, we changed the program
we
and
deleted it if I'm not wrong, right?
yes, sir.
Oh man, right. We should have put something for today. Then today it would have got automatically executed. Because now I don't see anything that we started. Right, there's an opportunity delete is going on every Sunday. Opportunity delete schedule flow. I've scheduled a flow. Okay, every Sunday. It's not a class, it's a flow. Okay, right. So we have scheduled nothing. Right now, let's schedule something. Developer console. I opened yesterday's class. Let me open it. File, close all, file, open. Right, star SC schedule apex. This one, example one, open. Sending email, no. Open two. What we are doing? We are deleting EA. Perfect. Right? Now we will schedule this. Right? I can schedule with a Visualforce page. Yesterday I was showing you. Right? I can schedule with a here also. Right? Control C. Schedule apex equals to new. Any problem? Right. Next, what is the second one? String. String RUP is equals to 00 minute, 00 second. Right? What is the time here? So I will say 23 seconds, minute, hour. Date 13. In US it's still 13. Month 12. Weekdays I don't know. Right? Year 2021. My cron expression is over. Now, what is that? System dot schedule. Job name DELET APPLICANT delete applicant. Job name delete applicant. Where is the con expression? Where is the schedule? Let's say mute please, online guys. Mute. Please check your mic. Right, there we go. I'm scheduling for today so that tomorrow morning when you come, you should be able to see all the applicants are deleted. I click on execute. One schedule came in. Let's see. Refresh. Our schedule has to be there. Right? Where is that? Delete applicant. right? Schedule at 7:15 p.m. When it will run? It will run at 11 p.m. In another 4 hours, this will run, right? See, next schedule run 12:13 at 11 p.m. When it was scheduled in US, current time is this. Clear now, right? I will be able to see app manager, view all. Let us see the applicants, airline management. Come on, online guys, mute. I click on applicant, all these applicants will be deleted. Remember that, dedicated to class. How many applicants are there? 11 applicants are there. All these 11 applicants will go to the recycle bin. Guys, mute. Right? All these applicants will be deleted. Right? When? Not now, in another 4 days, automatically. Because we have scheduled that class to run at 23 hours, 00:00:23, 11 o'clock. Done? So tomorrow morning when we come, right, all this has to be deleted. There should be not a single applicant, right? Perfect. Now, next, put a heading called as future effects. Put a heading called as future
Sir,
effects.
just a question here. Sir, for this schedule apex also we can get job IDs and async job table only?
Yes, we can. Because there is a ST is there, schedulable context. So st.getID. Yes, you can. All these are also stored in same table, Apex async table only. Apex async job table, they are stored. How to get the ID? The way we said bc.getID, here I was using SC, schedulable context SC, st.getID. Ardhamainda? Right? Here in the schedule apex, what I was using, right? Public void execute schedulable context A. To get the ID, you have to say A dot get ID. There I was using BC or something. Here if you use SC, then SC dot get ID. SA schedule apex, SA dot get ID. I can't make changes. Why? Because already a schedule is there. If a schedule is there, you can't make a change. I told you. Even a space also you can't enter. Right? Perfect. Any other questions before I go to the next one? Anybody?
Sir, one more question, sir.
Yeah,
Can we use batch apex and schedule apex together?
all these
And
things I talked in the last. Can I call batch inside schedule? Can I call schedule inside future? Can I call future inside Qubel? Can I call Qubel inside future? All these things not now, right?
okay.
So when time comes, I will tell you. Perfect. Start writing. Future effects. Future effects. Right? Write down future effects. Right? Start writing. Right? Method declared to run asynchronously. Method declared to run asynchronously is called future effects. Method declared to run asynchronously is called future effects. Right? Is called future effects. Method declared to run asynchronously is called future effects. Write down. Number one. First point. Characteristics. Number one. At the rate future. At the rate symbol. Future. At the rate. At the rate. Future must be used before method. First point. At the rate future must be used before method. Next, right? A future method must be a static and void. A future method must be a static and a void. You cannot use future apex with a non-static method, non-void method. A future method must be static and void. Clear? Next. Right? Next. More than one future method can exist in a class. More than one future method can exist in a class. More than one future method can exist in a class. Next. A future method cannot call another future method. A future method cannot call a future method cannot call another future method a future method cannot call another future method. Right? Perfect. Next, a future method cannot be tracked with an ID. A future method cannot be tracked with an ID. So there is no ID. The way in batch apex, bc.getID, the way in schedule apex, sc.sa.getID, here you don't have IDs. This is untrackable. Right? Perfect. Now let's understand. I'm going to develop a console. File, new, apex class, cl underscore 1412 underscore example1 underscore future apex. I'm writing a future apex. Future apex are nothing but they are methods. They are declared on methods. The method has to be static, void, public, static, void, method name ABC. Future, you should always use what? @future. Like this. This is future apex. You should use @future in front of the method. The method must be static and void only. If you remove static, it will not work. If you remove void, if you take a non-void public string, it will not work. It works only for static and void. Can I have more than one future method? Yes. Right? See? Called EFG. Next. Like this. IJK. See? I have three future methods. Control S. Anything that you write inside the method, whether you dance, whether you launch a rocket, whether you calculate greater of 2 number, whether you go ahead and create a case equals to new case, cs dot subject equals to hi, how are you, insert cs, whatever you do inside the bracket, that will be pushed from synchronous queue to asynchronous queue. That means at a time, these three methods will be processed because you are entering into a 3-lane highway. At a time, 5 vehicles can run in that highway. But if you send this through a synchronous queue, then what will happen? Here you are launching a rocket. Till the time the rocket launch is not finished, the other two will wait in the queue. Once it's finished, the next will go. But whereas if you send it to an asynchronous queue, then what will happen? System will go parallelly. Parallel processing can be done. Clear now? @future. Now let's see. Right? Keep watching. I'm not declaring. This has become a normal method. Normal method. This will go through which queue? These will go through which queue? Synchronous queue. If you don't put @future, it will go to the synchronous queue. Now, keep watching. System.debug. System.debug debug. ABC, good morning. ABC, GOD, good. MORNING, good morning. Good, MORNING, good morning. First time. Good morning. System.debug. Good morning. First time. Copy. Control C, Control V. Good morning. Second time. Good morning. 3 times. Perfect. Next. Copy this. Come here. Good morning. Not ABC. EFG. EFG, good morning. EFG, good morning 1, good morning 2, good morning 3. Right? Whenever I call this method, what will happen? On the screen, I will get 3 outputs. ABC, good morning 1, good morning 2, good morning 3. Whenever I call this method, what will I get? ABC, EFG, good morning 1, good morning 2, good morning 3. Now here, keep watching. IJK. IJK. IJK, good morning 1, IJK, good morning 2, IJK, good morning 3. After good morning 1, I called ABC. I'm calling ABC. After good morning 2, IJK, I'm calling EFG. Tell me what will be the output now? If I call IJK, what will be the output I'll get? Come on, very simple.
Good morning, one. IJK, good morning, one.
Then
all good morning of ABC, good morning 1, 2, 3, all of ABC, and then IJK, good morning 2, then all good morning of EFG, and then good morning 3 of IJK.
First it will print IJK, good morning 1, followed by ABC, good morning 1, 2, 3. Then it will print IJK, good morning 2, followed by immediately EFG. In EFG, it will print all these 3. EFG, good morning 1, 2, 3. And then finally IJK, good morning 3. Right? Let us know this. Class. It's a static. Whenever there's static, you don't need to create an instance. Directly. Static are direct to class IJK. Right? We don't create only for non-static, we create instance. For static, we don't create instance. Static are directly to the class, whereas non-static are to an instance. So now I say execute. I will get the answer. Right? We all know. Right? I'm copying it. I take a screenshot. I'm taking a screenshot. I go to a PPT and I say insert, okay, a new blank presentation. I take layout blank close. I paste it here. Yeah. I'm making it big so that you can see with your good to go eyes. Right? For this piece, right? Let me shape color, no fill. Line color, purple, line size, bigger. Now, here we go. Again. Perfect. Let's understand what I'm trying to do. Right? A. This is, right, ABC. ABC method. Which one? This purple is an ABC method. Similarly, I have, right, EFG method also. EFG method. The first one, IJK. Immediately after first IJK good morning, I have EFG, sorry, ABC. After ABC, what I have? Again, I have IJK good morning 2, followed by EFG good morning, and last you have, right, IJK good morning 3. This is what we expected, and it came in that way, because between each one of them I'm calling this method. Now you see what I did. One of the method, second method, I say @future. I didn't change anything, guys. Everything is same. Only thing is that one method I made it what? @future. If you see the log, when you execute, how many log has come? One log has come. Now if I execute, how many logs will come? Two logs will come. One, synchronous processing. Second one, asynchronous processing. Tell me, which one will be asynchronous processing? EFG. Remaining all will go with which queue? Remaining all will go into the synchronous queue, right? ABC, right, and IJK will go into. Arthamavutunda leda? I'm showing you both at a time now, right? Here I declared @future in front of EFG. Only this will go through a synchronous queue. Remaining all will go through what? Synchronous queue. Whenever you call IJK, this will be processed. This will be processed synchronous. Then ABC. ABC will be processed synchronous. Then system.debug IJK good morning 2. Processed asynchronous. As soon as it comes to EFG, it realizes that it is asynchronous. What it will do? It will immediately put EFG. Hello, traffic, police will come. Side, EFG, side, go to that road. Immediately the EFG will go to the highway. And then it will run. Next, what is that? This one. Because there is no synchronous, this will go through synchronous queue. Arthamavutunda? This will, whenever I call IJK itself, first it will start in a synchronous queue. The vehicle will start. Immediately system will go to the processor, synchronous. ABC, synchronous. System.debug line number 24, synchronous. As soon as EFG is crossing the road, immediately the police will give a red signal. Stop. You are not authorized to go through this lane. Right? Come side. Left, push. Now it will be pushed to the asynchronous. Next vehicle. Who is the next vehicle? System.debug. It will go to the synchronous queue. This only one will be lifted with a crane from the normal road and it will put in the 5-way lane. Arthamavutunda? We will get how many logs? 2 logs. I click on execute. Control S, saving. I click on execute. 2 logs will come, you see. 2 logs will come. 2 logs will come. Where is that? Didn't came, no? How many logs I should get? 2 logs. Why I have got 1 log? Let us check. Debug. Where is other log? Other log not yet come. Right? I should get 2 logs, guys. 1 more log I'm waiting. I should get 1 more logs. Right? There should be 2 log. Whenever I run this, I will get 2 log because one is @future. Here, if you double click on the first log, click on debug, take a screenshot. You'll see that something is missing. So I'm taking the screenshot, I'm going here and I'm pasting here. Same thing. I'm pasting and I'm making it bigger. Right here. First, good morning. Little bit more bigger. Right. First, good morning. Second, ABC. ABC is there. Then good afternoon came. Yes, I'm doing apple to apple comparison. ABC, ABC. Can you see? Next, good morning, one good morning, two one good morning. Right? It's there. Then ABC, here also you have ABC. Then, right? Good afternoon, sorry, good morning to IJK, good morning to. Suddenly this piece is missing, you see. Last you have what? Here it is. What happened now? In between this piece is missing. EFG is missing here. Why? Because EFG is future. It is not processed on the synchronous queue. It is processed in the asynchronous queue. I should be getting one more log. I don't know why the logs are not there. I should be getting one more log. 1 minute, let me see. I should be getting 2 logs, right? Let me debug once again. Let me say IJK execute. I should get immediately two logs. Why it's not showing asynchronous? Show me, show current point, show this, auto hide. Huh? Now it's the same. You should get 2 logs, guys. One synchronous log, one asynchronous log. You see, actually got 3 logs now. Previous one also now came in. Previous one also now came in. See, 2 future I got and 1 normal. In 1 normal, you will not be able to see that IJK. Sorry, EFG. See, IJK, ABC, 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 IJK, IJK. Because EFG is processed where? Separately. That is the reason it's a separate log. See, separate log. Here it is. It came separately. Able to understand? Yes or no? Here we go. It's separate. 2 different queue does process, guys. Here is the EFG. Here is the EFG. See? Here it is. EFG processed separately. Here is the ESG. See? 2 different queue. All this went through which queue? Synchronous queue. Only this piece went through asynchronous queue. Why? Because you have declared @future in front of EFG. Immediately system will throw it from synchronous queue to asynchronous queue. Separate processing, separate thread. That is the reason you are getting 2. You get 2 logs. 2 logs. Ardhamautunda? Everyone got it? Right? When to use this? Now the question. When will you use batch apex? Bulk data. When will you use schedule apex? For anything in the future. Now, I am launching a rocket. I am calculating how much fuel is required to escape from the earth and reach Mars. Right? Now, my calculation is taking 10, 15 to 20 seconds. I don't want to put it in synchronous queue. I wanted to put it in asynchronous queue. What will you do then? Can I use batch apex? No, because I'm not processing data. I'm doing some calculation logic, some pi r square, gravitational pull law with some formulas, with @20, @100, with an factorial, with something, some mathematics I'm doing. Am I processing any records? No. It is what it's doing, it's logic calculation. Can I use batch apex? Because in batch apex, you cannot cut the logic into 200, 200, 200. Pow kilo. Right? Ardhamautunda what I'm trying to say. If it's a record, then you can say 200, delete 200. You can piece by piece you can process. But logics, you're adding 20 numbers, 1000 numbers, and then you're multiplying is something. Can I cut into pieces? Certain things, yes, but certain things cannot. I cannot use batch apex. Can I use schedule apex? No, because I'm not processing something for the future. I want right now. In such cases, you use what? Future apex. Any type of logic processing, any type of arithmetic processing, mathematical processing, any type of, right, text logic, if else statement, right? If is this, then this, else if grade A, else if grade B, else if grade C. You are grading your data into A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L up to Z. Then, right, system is taking time. Such type of calculation we put where? At the rate future. Ardhamautunda, where should we use it? This is called as simple. You have to change the method to static, right? You have to void anyhow is there. You need to change it to static and just put in front of it at the rate future. For example, Rupam, open. I can open anything. Let's open. Any class will open, right? Calculate, right? Where we had, right? Did we do any type of calculations, right? Let's go ahead. Something I'm opening, right? Any class I can open, right? Okay, greater of 3 number. I'm opening it. I doubt that greater of 3 numbers is going to be what? Taking time. What I will do is that I will just put static. If you say static, it will immediately give an error because variables has to be also static. Static takes only static variable. So I will say static, static, static. Control S on the keyboard. I'm saving, no error at all. Now I can change this method to what? At the rate future. See, within a second, I am able to push a logic from a synchronous queue to an asynchronous queue. Whenever you are calling this calc smaller num, immediately system will do what? It will be not be processed in synchronous queue, it will be processed in asynchronous queue. Whenever you call, right, greater num, right, calculate greater num, then, right, what is this? Public void calculate greater num. Greater num will be processed through what? Synchronous queue. Whereas smaller num will be processed through where? Asynchronous queue. Ardhamautunda? I can, it is you who have to decide in real time. Nobody will tell you to write this as synchronous or asynchronous. While testing, if you see that it's taking time, then immediately you'll put it in which queue? Asynchronous queue. How to put it in asynchronous queue? Change it to static, put it at the rate future. That's it. See, no change. My programming and my logic, there is no change. Only I'm making future what? The method. Only one method. Other methods, this is not taking much time. So no need. Let it go to the normal queue only. Understood?
Rupam,
Yes, online.
the difference between the previous, like this program and the previous program without the future is like just the time to execute. Rupam, we cannot
Yes, now
hear
tell
you.
me. I know that as soon as you said Rupam Josna, right? The cable got disconnected from my laptop. The network
Okay.
cable.
Yeah,
Tell me.
that's fine. Actually, the difference between the previous program and the new program that we have written with future is only the time that it executes parallelly and the output will be given in fraction of seconds.
Correct.
Is that the only difference?
Both will be processed. There are two ways of processing: line by line
Okay,
and
parallelly.
parallel. This
Okay.
I have set it to the parallel queue. I will get both the result at same time. If the parallel queue, in the parallel queue, if all the 5 lane is busy, then we will not get result. It will wait for any one of the rope to get free. If any one road is free, immediately this calc smaller number will put on that road and it will process. Got it?
Okay, Rupam, thank you.
Right. Any other questions? Anyone? Future. Before I go to the next topic called Qubel,
Sir, I
I
have
will
a
show you the use of future now. Very soon it will come. In triggers, we'll use all these. Right? Anyone? Any question?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Suppose if we use two future methods in a class, so we have to call them two separately, right?
Two separately. You cannot call one inside the other one.
Okay. So the
Right?
logs will be only one or it will be two, sir, for that?
It will be, right? It will be 3 logs.
Oh, okay.
All the features are processed parallelly, separately.
Okay.
So if you call, then you'll get 3 logs. For example, in this case, I declare this also as a feature. How many logs will I get? Total 3 logs will be there.
3 logs. Yeah.
Right? I'm calling IJK. IJK will go in a synchronous queue. This line printed synchronous. Immediately this line will be lane 1 asynchronous. This is again synchronous. This one again asynchronous. Lane 2 for this 1 log, for this 1 log, and for the IJK 1 log. Total how many logs will be there? 3 logs will be there. Debug, execute. Let me show you. Execute, execute. I'm expecting 3 logs, right? Here it is from here. I'm seeing the sign 38, 39, 39. See, more log. 2 futures and one synchronous. Here you will be able to see the last one. IJK good morning 1, IJK good morning 2, IJK good morning 3, IJK. But after IJK good morning 1, there is ABC good morning 1 has to come. But ABC good morning 1 is processed separately. Then after all the 3 of ABC good morning 1, IJK good morning 2. After IJK good morning 2, I should get EFG good morning 1, EFG good morning 2, EFG good morning 3. That is again it's a feature. So it is processed in a separate queue. This is separate. Second log also will be separate. Here I will get either ABC or EFG. See, debug. I got what? EFG. The last log I'm opening. Here I will see what? ABC. See, all these are 2 separate processing because you just said ABC is asynchronous, EFG is asynchronous, and they will not be processed as one queue. If if one log comes, that means they are processed in one. No, here we have 5 lanes, 5 separate processing. Ardhamainda? Both of them were processed at the same time, you can see. Parallel processing, whereas this got little bit delayed. See, 1738, 91738, 91739, 91739. Ardhamautunda?
Got it,
Yes
sir.
or no?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now, can I put @ feature here?
No.
I say Control S, no error at all. While saving no error, right? Now, the future, inside a future ABC. What is ABC? ABC is also a future, right? ABC is a future. I told you, you cannot call a feature inside a feature. Now, when you execute, you'll get an error. Execute. You got an error. See, future method cannot be called inside feature. Feature cannot be called inside feature. Now I got one success, double log. Let's open and see. Debug. There's nothing. Right? The future queue gave an error. See? So you cannot call a feature inside a feature. Ardhamainda? Everyone clear? How to write a feature apex? Structure. Inside this method, you write calculation of a student, Usmania versus Andhra. Inside this, what you do is your take. Business logic. You want to create account, you want to delete account, you want to create passenger, delete passenger, you want to copy passenger, you want to copy contact to passenger. Whatever you want to do, you do. The logic inside is yours, right? Execution control is done by synchronous, asynchronous. If you don't write anything, it is synchronous. If you write at the future, then it is asynchronous. Clear? Right? Next, put a heading called as queuable apex. Put a heading called as queuable apex. Queuable. Queuable apex. Put a heading called as queuable apex. Queuable. Queueable. Right? Now, before you start writing, in the future, can you track future? Can I know what is happening at the asynchronous queue in the future? No. Because there is no ID. Batch apex, ba.getID. Schedule apex, sa.getID. Here, what.getID? No ID. Anything that you're writing in the future apex, it will go to the asynchronous queue. It will be processed separately, but no logs will be stored. What job came in, what got processed, they will not be stored in the apex async table. Entry will not be done. Vehicles are traveling, but nobody will track the vehicle. Whether the vehicle met with an accident, how many fail, how many pass, we will know nothing. Vehicle started from this road, atu vachinda leda, that side it came or not. In between it crashed, we don't know. But in schedule apex and batch apex, we have an ID. We will be able to track it with the ID. Every vehicle entering in the right, that 5-lane road, there will be one GPS tag. That is nothing but ID. That ID will be updated in the table, in the record, in the register entry will be there that the vehicle entered. Anytime it crashed, I can check the register and the status will be there. It crashed. But if you put in the future, there is no entry in the register. Whatever we processed, it processed asynchronously. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Something we did. There is no record for it. So whenever there is an untraceability, future apex. But no, whenever I want to send it to an asynchronous queue, but I want traceability, I want log. In that case, we use queuable apex. Queuable apex is same as future apex. The only difference is that in future apex, you don't have a tracking. You don't know what is happening. There is no logging mechanism. But whereas in queuable apex, there is a logging mechanism. Write down. Write down. Yes.
Actually, in the starting, you have told all the 3 Apex implements the interface, and only
Correct.
the future Apex implements the annotation. What do you mean by annotation there?
At the rate is an annotation. I'll come there.
Okay.
Right. There I'm not saying if you see my class, am I using an implement keyword on the top? No, I'm not implementing. I'm using at the rate future. What is this? This is called annotation. Idi function kaadu, idi variable kaadu, idi expression kaadu. Something I have to give a name. At the line number 11 ante entidi. What is that line number 11? If somebody asks you, you have to say annotation. Anything that starts with at the rate is called annotation. Annotation entidi, right? Annotations, and I'll give the definition after this, but okay. Somebody has asked the question, so let us complete it. What is an annotation? Annotation is a keyword that tells Salesforce what to do. If you put at the rate future, it is telling Salesforce that process this method asynchronously. If I put annotation at the rate is test, when we'll come to the testing class, that will tell the Salesforce that this is not the original logic. It is a logic to test a logic. It is a logic to test a logic. Testing ante entidi? Oka logic rashanu, aa logic correct a leda. I have written one logic. Whether that logic is correct or not, to check that I'm testing. Right? Like nothing but I'm writing another program. How will you differentiate with which is the original program and which is the test program? You will use an annotation called @istest. This will tell Salesforce that this is testing logic, this is main logic. This is synchronous, this is asynchronous. Annotation means it's a keyword, tells a keyword, defined a keyword to define Salesforce regarding an action. Ardhamainda? What is line number 1? Class. What is line number 4? Method. What is line number 3? Annotation. Right? If I go ahead and if I say string X, what is this? Variable. What is this? Variable, class variable. See, everything that I'm writing in the program has one particular concept or name. It's a variable concept. It's a class concept. It's a method concept. In method, what type of method it is? Static, void. Method can be static, non-static, void, non-void. Then what is this then? This is called annotation. Whenever you write anything with @, we call them as annotation. What is an annotation? Annotations are, right, specific keywords which defines a specific action. Whenever you use @future, system will understand that you have to put in the asynchronous queue. Ardhamavutunda? That's it.
Rupam, when we say the batch apex and the schedule apex are implements the interface is like we have only methods in that. Do you mean like we have
Yes.
only methods when we do
Yes.
the batch apex, schedule apex?
Yes. Whenever I say
Okay.
implement, didn't you see that 3 methods were compulsory? Whenever
Yeah.
I implemented yesterday a method schedulable, immediately it said one method is compulsory.
It means it shouldn't have the variables in that, right?
Correct. There is
Okay.
no variables in that interface, not in the class. In the class, I can declare. Interface, you cannot have variables, but doesn't mean that whichever class is implementing cannot have variables. A class implementing the interface can have variable. You have variable, you can have extra method also. You can say public, you can say outing, you can say cinema taking, you can say night ice cream taking. You can write any extra methods, but 3 methods are compulsory. What are those? Right? Chatting, dropping, shopping. Whenever you are implementing that interface, those 3 methods are compulsory. Inside the interface, you cannot have variables. But whenever you are implementing an interface to a class implementing interface can have variables. Akkada restriction ledu. But
Okay.
that class has to implement all the 3 methods, all the 2 methods, all the 1 method. Yesterday we implemented schedulable. What is the method must? Only 1 method called execute. We implemented batchable. How many methods are must? 3. Start, execute, finish. That's it. Clear? Is it clear, everyone? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, if you have a doubt, ask. I don't mind. Is it clear? Perfect?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, write down Queueable Apex. Interface enabling processing of a job. Interface enabling processing of a job. Interface enabling processing of a job with monitoring. Interface enabling processing of a job with monitoring in asynchronous queue. In asynchronous queue is called Queueable Apex. right, is called Cubal apex, right? Write down properties of Cubal apex or characteristics of Cubal apex. Number one, must implement Cubal interface. Must implement Cubal interface. Must implement Cubal interface. Must implement Cubal interface. Next, Cubal interface must implement method execute. Cubal interface must implement method execute. Next, Cubal apex generates tracking ID. Second point.
Can you please repeat the second point? Thank you.
Cubal interface must implement execute method. Cubal interface must execute method. Next, right? Cubal interface generates ID in async apex job table. Cubal apex generates ID in async apex job table. Next, async apex job table. It generates ID in async apex job table for monitoring. For monitoring, you need ID, and it generates that, right? Perfect. Write down. Next, Cubal apex used for chaining. Cubal apex is used for chaining. Chaining a job. Chaining. Anything you can write. Cubal apex is used to chain job. Clearly, Cubal apex is used for chaining a job. It's all same, right? Remember that Cubal apex and future apex are similar, same. Only difference is that in future apex there is no ID generated. In Cubal apex, ID will be generated. Inte theta. Adappa, there is no difference between a Cubal apex and a future apex. Now let me go ahead. Right? Let me close this. File, new class, CL underscore 1412 underscore example 2 underscore QUE UEABLE. Every Cubal apex must implement. What is that? You must implement Cubal interface. The interface name is Cubal. As soon as I say control S, one method is must execute. Public void public void execute. Public void execute. Right? The way in batchable context, the way in schedulable context. Here in Q, you have to say Cubal context. Anything A, B, C, QA, QB, Cubal context like this. Over. This is the structure of Cubal apex. Write down. Copy this. Structure of Cubal apex. tabular structure. Right? Done. Inside this, you can write any logic. Anything that you run will now be in asynchronous queue with a tracking ID. For example, let's say that. What is that? List of what? List of job underscore C JB equals to select ID comma name from job underscore C. I'm talking about this table, job table, where you have jobs, ground duty, pilot, airport manager, right? So let's come here. Job. What I want to do, I want to change the name, saying that vacancy filled. Vacancy filled. So for job, each job from JB, because JB will contain 3 jobs, name of the 3 jobs. From there, one I'm picking up EJ. EJ dot name is equals to EJ dot name plus VACNCY, vacancy filled, plus vacancy filled. Right? Next, update EJ. What I have written? A simple logic to go ahead, update the name. Right? Update spelling is wrong. UPDAD. Update EJ. That means next time when I come, ground duty manager vacancy filled, pilot vacancy filled, airport manager vacancy filled. It will come like this. Vacancy filled. Right? I can do this with a future also. But while I update the data, if something has gone wrong, in future I will not be able to know what has gone wrong because there is no tracking. Ardhamavutunda? But here there is controllers. Where is the tracking? Debug. What is that? Class name. Cubal apex equals to new class. How to execute? You will say, right? System.enqueue. System.enqueue. Yes. System.enqueue job. What is the job? Queue. If I run it, will run. No, Rupam, I want ID. Then say, right? ID JID is equals to system.debug enqueue job. And then I will say system.debug the ID. What is that ID name? JID. See? Now if I run it, right? I say execute. Go ahead and check. All the name has changed to ground duty manager vacancy filled, pilot vacancy filled, airport manager vacancy filled. As well as when you double click on the log, you'll be able to see the ID. You'll be able to see the ID. See, one ID got generated. Control C. This ID can be trackable. Select ID comma name comma, status from, what is the table name? Apex ASYNC async job, where ID is equals to, right? I click on execute. There is async Apex job or Apex async job. What is the table name?
Async Apex.
Huh?
Async Apex.
ASYNC async. ASYNC async APX Apex JOD job. Execute. In that field, there is no name field. Very good. Okay, ID comma status. Execute. See, ID status is completed. We already know it because we have went and saw that. But there is a tracking. It will be there lifelong. That somebody changed it, who changed when. But if you put it in the future, no tracking. That is the only difference between this table and that table. This processing and that processing. Both are same. Iterate future and Qubel is same. The difference is that in the Qubel, you have a tracking available, whereas, right? Whereas future doesn't have tracking. That is the only difference. Ardhamautunda, right? Here we have a tracking ID generated, right? Right? Take a screenshot if required. This is the program and this is the execution. Program, execution. Ardhamautunda, program, execution. Take it. Clear? How do you execute? System.enqueue job. How do you execute batch Apex? What is the command for executing batch Apex? Database dot execute batch. What is the command for executing schedule Apex? System dot schedule. Don't forget this. System dot schedule. 3 parameters: name, comma, cron, comma, the instance. For Qubel Apex, what is that? System.enqueue job. For Qubel Apex, what is the command? System.enqueue job. Guys, able to understand? Yes or no? It's going inside or it's flowing on the air? Okay. Tell me. Going. It's okay. Yes, everyone, boys. Last. Good. Right?
Sir,
There are
here
4
wanted to,
asynchronous services.
sir, you wanted to show that ID here, save that ID in JID. That's why you put it like that, right? Otherwise, if we can directly keep it like
If you
system
directly
dot
execute, I don't want to display the ID, then it will not be displayed.
and
I can directly
and
execute
if
like this.
we, okay, and if we want to display the ID different way, we can in the system dot
You can
debug
do
we
it.
can write
Here also you can do it.
async job dot get ID, right?
QA dot get ID. QA dot get ID. The
QA.
way we said DC dot get ID, right? Here you can use QA dot get ID. Anywhere I can use QA dot see get job ID. So if you want the ID, you can use this. What do you want to do? You can write in SQL query. You can save in a database, but wherever you want. This will return the ID. Right? I want the ID outside. Then you see, while executing, I want the ID. Inside the class, if you want the ID, then you will say QA.ID. If you want it outside, you don't want ID. Vacancy filled. Vacancy filled. Right? Closed. Now I'm executing. I don't have ID equals to execute. It will execute. But it will execute. See? Vacancy filled Already the data was there, vacancy field. On that, again, I updated it. Vacancy field closed. Clear now? Right? Any confusion? First time it was pilot. We changed it to what? Pilot dash vacancy field. Next, again the same data, I pulled it. On that I added what? Vacancy field closed. On that I added a door close ending. Otherwise it will be a public variable. Anybody can access. Right? Door is open means public class. So if you close it, it will become private. Right? Now it's a private class. Right? First the data was pilot. You pulled pilot. On pilot you have added hyphen vacancy closed. You saved the database. What is the data now? Pilot hyphen vacancy closed. Again you pulled it through SOQL. On that you added this. That is the reason double is coming. Right? Vacancy filled. This is the first update. On that again you updated. Second time. Able to understand? That is the reason the data was showing double there. Clear or not? Tell me. You people are looking like ante not doubt vastundi. Able to understand? Yes. Now the vacancy field, if I put it Rupam, what will I get? What is the data? This is the data. On this data, system will add what? After close, it will add Rupam. Right? So that's it. This is called as Kubel Apex. What do we call it? Kubel Apex. Kubel Apex are used for monitoring, for chaining. Rendu purpose. Because it has an ID to monitor. And it is used for chaining. What is a chain? It's a Kupka chain. Now let's see that what is chaining. Right? Before we go for chaining, let's understand what can be called inside. కొంచెం కదిలితే పోతుంది. Okay, anyhow, fine. Right? Let's be here. Right? First one, batch apex. Oh. Next, what we learned? SCHEDUL is schedule apex. Next, FUT, future apex. Next, QUEABLE, Kubel apex. These are the things we have learned so far. Right? I will increase the size. There we go. Now I copy this, right click, transpose. I am creating a table. What can be called inside what? Can I call batch inside a batch? Let's see. Wait. Can I call batch inside a schedule? Can I call batch inside a future? Can I call batch inside Kubel? First of all, Kubel, right? Kubel. Inside a Kubel, can I call batch? Yes. I'm starting with the easy one. Yes. All yes. Remember that. Inside a Kubel apex, you can call batch apex. Inside a Kubel apex, you can call future. Inside that, you can call schedule. Inside Kubel, you can call Kubel. That is the reason it is called chaining. Chaining. You can join everything with the help of Kubel apex. Kubel apex. You'll understand very soon. Wait. Right? APEX. Right. Inside Kubel, Yes, all yes. Batch can be called inside Qubel? Yes. Can you call a batch apex inside a Qubel apex? Yes. Right? See, this is the one calling inside this. These are the caller. Batch apex. Can you call inside batch apex? Yes. In finish method. You cannot call in the execute method another batch apex. You can call only in the finish method. Only in finish. Remember that. Can you call batch inside a schedule? Yes. Yes. Can you call batch inside a future? No. Can you call batch inside a queuable? Yes. Can you call schedule inside a batch? Yes. Can you call schedule inside a schedule? Yes. Can you call schedule inside a future? No. Can you call schedule inside a queuable? Yes. Can you call future inside a batch? No. Can you call future inside a apex? Yes. Can you call future inside a feature? No. Just today I told you, feature cannot be called inside a feature. This is your table. This is your table, guys. All knows I'm coloring red. All knows I'm coloring red.
The schedule can be called in batch, in execute, or in finish.
Schedule can be called where?
In batch, as
Batch
because
apex,
batch
you
has
can
3.
call inside in finish. You can call inside in execute also. Both.
Okay.
That's the reason I gave yes. Right? ఈ స్టోరీ ఏంటిది రూపం ఈ ఎస్ స్టోరీ ఏంటిది ఏం అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు అని ఐ విల్ షో టుమారో బట్ టుడే జస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఐ am in what apex? I am in Q. Can I call a batch inside this? We did a batch apex. Open batch star BAT. What is my batch apex name? See, now I'm opening the batch apex. Control C. I'm calling inside where? Batch apex equals to new batch apex. How to execute the batch apex? Database dot execute, and I'm executing batch. Inside a QL apex, I'm calling what? Batch apex. Inside a Qubel apex, I can call what? BATC, batch APEX apex. Inside a Qubel apex, I called batch apex. Ardhamautunda? This is what I'm telling you. Let me do one thing. Control X. Control X. This is what? Qubel apex. We will not disturb the Qubel apex. I am creating one more Qubel apex. New class CL underscore 1412 underscore example 3 underscore QUE UEABL Qubel underscore CHNNING chaining. I'm showing you chaining. Whenever I say Qubel apex, I have to say what? Implements QUE Qubel. Whenever I say implement Qubel, I have to use which method? Public void execute method is must. Inside execute method, I have to say QUE UEABL Qubel CONTEXT. You can give A, B, C, X. I'll say QAA. This is what? Qubel apex. Inside Qubel apex, I'm calling batch apex. Inside Qubel apex, I'm calling batch apex. Now, inside Qubel apex, I will call what? Schedule apex. Inside Qubel apex, now I'm calling schedule apex. File, open, right? Schedule. Schedule. What is that? Schedule apex 2. Right? I'm calling. See, I'm going to the Qubel. schedule apex SA is equals to new SA. To schedule the apex, what I read? String CRN. Correct. Night 1 o'clock. When? Today's date 14, 12, right? Question mark 2021. Clear now? 14th at night 1 a.m. I want to execute this. How to execute it? Schedule apex. What do we do?
System dot
System
schedule
dot
system
system dot system dot schedule. Job name, I will say from Cubel. From Cubel. Con expression CRN. Schedule SA. Inside a Cubel, I'm calling what? Inside a Cubel, I'm calling what? Batch schedule. Inside a Cubel and inside this execute method. Now I will call what? Next. Future. Future apex I'm calling. What is the future class today we did? Open. Future. If you remember today we did this. This one. That is also I'm calling here. Future dot directly IJK, the method. Over. Future apex is also called. Next, Cubel. Cubel. Cubel was what? This is the example 2. Cubel. That I'm calling a Cubel inside a Cubel. Cubel apex equals to new. What is this? How to execute a Cubel apex? Tell me. System dot NQ. SYSTEM system. SYSTEM system dot NQ. NQ what? QA. Inside Cubel apex, I'm calling batch, schedule, future, QA. See, this is called chaining. Inside Cubel, you can call everything. Inside Cubel, you can call everything. It is called chaining. That is the reason Cubel is chaining. That is the reason Cubel is chaining. Ardhamautunda? That is the reason Cubel is chaining. Cubel is the chaining. See, green. No one will find complete green. You take anything. That is the reason it's called chaining. Now, this Cubel apex, can I call inside? Inside is schedule. Can I call Cubel? Yes. This is what? This is Cubel. A Cubel. Cubel, I will call inside what? I can call inside schedule apex. Ardhamautunda. Right? This is, for example, here I will schedule for 2022. Let's say Control S. Now, file new class CL underscore 1412 underscore example 4 underscore right SCHEDUL is schedule apex. Schedule apex, right? Schedule apex 444 something. Implements SCHEDULABL is schedulable. Whenever I'm implement schedulable, I have to use what? Public void AMZ, some method. This should implement what? schedule is schedulable, context, context, some XX, control S, no error at all, absolutely no error. Error? What error? Spelling is wrong. schedule, schedulable, context, schedulable context. Right? See, absolutely you shouldn't have an error. What happened? Public void. You cannot take AMC. You have to take. You cannot take your own method name. You have to take only, because implement method means you have to use the same method. Inside this, what I'm doing? I'm calling this Qubel. Qubel APP equals to new. And then I'm saying SYS system dot NQ job. What is that? This one. Now this I will schedule. AD this 4/4, right? AD, some name I'm giving. AD equals to new class. New class, right? String CRN equals to when 000000, right? Which date? 31st April, I don't know, 2022. Con expression is done. System dot schedule. System dot schedule. System dot schedule. What is the job name? Scheduling Qubel. Scheduling Qubel, QUE. Con expression, CRN. Schedulable, AD. Now understand what happens. When the schedule will run? 31st of April 2022, 4 months from now. On that day, what will happen? Right? This will be running. Qubel. What is Qubel? Here it is. All these 4 will run. When? On 31st. Again, on 31st, one more schedule will be created. For what? December 14th, 2022. It will not be created today. If you go and check the queue, December 14, 2022 will not be there. 31st of April, a new schedule will be created for 14th December. This is called chaining. One is calling the other is calling the other. Like this, on next year, 31st, I want happy birthday email to be scheduled for 2030. On 2030, it shouldn't be seen today. 2030 is scheduled to be created for 2040. 2040 is scheduled to be created for 2060. How will you do that? Chaining. This is called chaining. See, one is calling inside one, right? This whole 31st, I can call inside 2nd of February. 2nd of February, a 31st schedule will be created. On 31st December, 14th schedule will be created. You can call schedule, you can call batch, you can call anything. Remember this chart well. This is called chaining. See, chaining means everything can be called. This is called chaining. Got it? That's it for today. We'll stop here. We'll meet tomorrow. Any doubts? Tomorrow, please. Right? Thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.